Hey, what's going on, friends and social media fam? Carlos here. On this video, I am going to show you an all new social media network called Peach. So I've already logged on, and just in the short time that I've been on Peach, I've already had a lot of folks reach out and add me. Many which are already connected to me on other social networks, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to go in and accept these connection requests. And let me show you how the functionality works. So this right here is my Peach homepage, if you will. This is my feed. This is my wall where I can post content. So the first post was me saying hello world. I dropped in my Snapchat code, dropped in this DJ Khaled GIF, just playing around with it, and then I dropped this Real Talk along with a clickable link. And let me just say, one thing that is really attractive about this app right out of the jump is that you can drop in clickable links that will take your followers out of the app and onto a web page where you drive them. Really nice feature. So let's actually get into the functionality. Once you set up your Peach account and you have your page in front of you or you have your wall, then you have different code words, or they're known as magic words. You can post something no different than you would a tweet or a Facebook post to your wall. So you can just type and say something like, hey. Or you have what's called magic words. So one of the magic words is GIF. And if you type in GIF, GIF, you can now search for GIFs in their database. So let's just go with winning, for example, and see what comes up. Check it out. So you can choose between different GIFs and you can post this directly to your feed, which I think is pretty cool. Let's check out here. You can add your location. Let's do shout. So this is adding big words. This is how I did the Real Talk before. You can type in things like draw. Now you can draw something on your screen, like so. You can also type in things like good morning. You can also type in things like good morning. It'll have the time along with the temperature, which I think is pretty neat. Good night. Same thing. I think this is pretty neat too. If you're listening to a song on your iPhone, you can type in song and it will go ahead and drop in the song that you're listening to. There's rate. So you can rate something from 1 to 5 stars. You can do battery, which will share the percent of battery that you have on your phone. Again, pretty cool feature. You can also add the weather, where you're at, move. You can do events. So this is going to access your calendar. Safari is neat. So you can type in Safari and it will open up your web browser directly from the app. I think that's a really cool feature. Check that out. Then there's also dice. So you can roll dice, give you different combinations. You see? That is pretty sweet. So Peach is, from the early onset, from what I see at least, is a messaging and communications app. To me, it looks like a balance between Twitter meets Slack with a little bit of Snapchat in between. And let me show you how the feed works. So these are people right here that I have as friends already. And the feed's very similar to a Twitter feed. So I can go through, I can see what others in my network are talking about. Let's take a look at my buddy Greg Weiss here, for example. This is his feed. You can also tell a friend. So you can invite friends of yours to join you on Peach. And then very similar to Snapchat, Peach forces you to actually engage and ask others in your network for their username. So this is something that I'll have to play with over the next couple of days. And if anyone watching this video is on Peach, feel free to add me at CarlosGill83. And then again, I'm showing you my feed. Clicking on the activity icon to see who's liked my activity. And this is what's neat here. You can respond directly back to people. So my buddy Reed Miller, he waved to me. I can write back and choose a emoji and wave back at him. My buddy here, Louie, I can send him a 100. You can also do things like this. What's something you can't live without? It already has content potentially curated for you, so you can go ahead and answer. Things like write your own horoscope for the day. You can answer that. You can type it out. So, friends, that is essentially Peach at a very high level. Like I said, it's a new social networking app. I just jumped on yesterday, and today is really the first time that I get a chance to play around with it. For me, from the very early goings, it looks like it's something that might take off. You never know. You got to stay tuned and see how it goes, but I encourage you, jump on, have fun, play around with it. Add me at CarlosGill83, and let's peach it up together. I know that sounds corny, but thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and I will see you next time.